Rookie of the Year race is over, but we just have to understand that when a transformational figure enters the fray, you got to pause and then isolate and compartmentalize and give them the love that they're due. And in this case, it belongs to Caitlin Clark.
For me and Camille, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So, it's been hard for me. But adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of, just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
But you've known they were coming for you when you were waving your hands in your face to mock Caitlin Clark when you were beating her for the national championship.
Caitlin Clark has made WNBA history by winning Rookie of the Year, and she did it in unanimous fashion. That's right, every single voter chose her. But things get a bit more dramatic from here. Angel Reese isn't pleased and claims Clark didn't even deserve the award.
Caitlin Clark is box office. She is a star. If Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young. It's only 22.
Can you believe the drama playing out right now? This goes way beyond just an award. It's a showdown between two powerhouses, a rivalry that's captured everyone's attention. You might be wondering, why all the fuss? Trust me, this is a big deal.
But they still ask you about Rookie of the Year. Yeah. What is your stance on that?
So my whole thing was when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool. The pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can just hoop. So I don't know when it started to just break out where I was just in Rookie of the Year conversations. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's because you started killing it.
Well, yeah.
And they're like, oh,
I'm still a rookie. I'm still figuring it out. Trying to figure things out. So if I am Rookie of the Year, God, thank you. If I'm not, back to the drawing board, and I just want to win.
We're about to dive into a story that's rocking the basketball world. It's got it all: amazing talent, intense rivalry, and a heated debate that's igniting passions among fans and players alike. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Ready to see how it all unfolds? Let's break it down and explore why this unanimous decision is sparking so much controversy.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. Plain and simple.
All right, let's dig into the details of Clark's season. Sure, she won Rookie of the Year unanimously, but that's just the beginning. Her performance on the court had people saying she didn't just have an impressive rookie season, she redefined what it means to be a rookie in the WNBA. How did she do it? Let's take a closer look. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark, but a member of the Chicago Sky, the national title winner at LSU, and she talked about where all this attention started with her and Caitlin Clark.
First off, Clark didn't just break records, she demolished them. Remember when I said she did something no other rookie in WNBA history has ever accomplished? Here it is. She became the first rookie to record multiple triple-doubles in a single season. That's right, not just one, but several. It's not just impressive, it's on a whole other level.
The Indiana Fever made the playoffs. They didn't play last night, but thanks to Las Vegas with a win over Chicago and Phoenix with a win over Atlanta, the Indiana Fever have their first playoff berth since 2016. 2 years ago, their home attendance was 1,800 fans. Their average this year, home attendance, is 17,000. That's almost 10 times. And, of course, the big difference is Caitlin Clark.
But that's not all. Clark didn't just lead her team in assists, she led the entire league. She averaged an incredible 8.4 assists per game. That's not just impressive, it's record-breaking. Over the course of 40 regular season games, she totaled 337 assists. You know what that means? She broke the WNBA's single-season assist record in her very first year.
This is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with?
Now you might be wondering, what about scoring? Well, get ready, because Clark wasn't finished making history. She shattered the rookie season scoring record with a jaw-dropping 769 points. And here's the kicker. That total didn't just top other rookies, it broke the single-season franchise record previously held by her own teammate, Kelsey Mitchell. Now that's what you call a statement debut.
I think she should be up for MVP. Rookie of the Year, foregone conclusion. But I think MVP. Now, I'm going to look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan. Now, she's not the Michael Jordan of her sport as far as athleticism, playing, dominating. But A'ja Wilson is the best player in the game. Not even a debate. But I'm talking about value now. Value to a franchise, value to a league, getting your team in the playoffs. They had the number one pick. They were the worst team last year. And there is value that I can attach to that.
But here's where things get even more compelling. Clark's brilliance wasn't just about stats. Her impact showed up in the win column. Thanks to her standout performance, the Indiana Fever clinched their first playoff berth since 2016. That's right. Clark didn't just excel on her own, she helped transform her entire team.
I'm talking about value. Michael Jordan was the most valuable player every single year because of what he meant to his team and what he meant to the league. And, oh, by the way, winning 6 titles. Can't argue with that. Caitlin Clark may not win titles. Las Vegas is still a great team. But the fact that she is doing what she's doing and at a very high level, you know, it's now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been in the league.
So when we talk about Caitlin Clark being unanimously named Rookie of the Year, it's not just about her being a standout player. It's about someone who stepped into the league and instantly started rewriting the record books. We're talking about a rookie who led the entire WNBA in a major stat category, and someone who played a key role in turning a struggling team into a legitimate playoff contender.
And look, Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her? Other than she plays really, really hard, and I liken her game to Moses Malone. Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Now, you might be thinking Clark's journey to Rookie of the Year was smooth sailing, but there's more to the story. Remember Angel Reese? The media had hyped this up as a close race, a real nail-biter. So, what actually happened behind the scenes? Let's break it down.
Saying Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark is saying Rodman was better than Michael Jordan, or Ben Wallace was better than Kobe, or even Andre Drummond was better than LeBron. And I shouldn't have to point out that Angel Reese is actually a poor defender.
Let's take a moment to talk about Angel Reese, the other rookie phenom who had the basketball world buzzing. The media was all over the comparison between her and Clark, building up the narrative of an epic showdown for Rookie of the Year. It felt like they were setting the stage for a blockbuster rivalry straight out of a sports movie.
But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that. Even Caitlin Clark getting knocked down in that game on Saturday, who's standing up applauding but Angel Reese?
But here's the twist. Some people began questioning the whole narrative. They argued it was mostly hype, that the race for Rookie of the Year wasn't nearly as close as it was made out to be. Can you believe it? After all that build-up, it turns out the so-called showdown might have been more fiction than fact.
So she's sort of embraced a Draymond Green role here. But the eyeballs on the WNBA really have to do with Caitlin Clark. Now, you might, if you stay long enough, maybe you'll see something or someone there you go, okay, I'm entertained by this. But there's nothing wrong with admitting that you watch a sport because of one singular person.
So, what actually happened? When Clark won the award unanimously, it completely shattered the narrative of a tight race. And as for Reese, she wasn't having it. In fact, she openly denied that Clark deserved the honor. Talk about drama.
I thought scoring, yes, she's the all-time greatest scorer in the history of college basketball, men's or women's, but passing like this? I'm talking about gifted LeBron-esque bounce passing. I'm talking about gifted LeBron-esque two-handed, full court, touchdown pass kind of passing. the likes of which I don't see in the WNBA.
Now you might be wondering, why did Angel Reese react so strongly? Was it just frustration, or is there more beneath the surface? Think about it. These are two incredibly gifted athletes who've been pushing each other all season long. There's history here. There's rivalry. And now, there's a major award between them. But here's where it gets really fascinating. This rivalry isn't just about Clark and Reese. It's bigger than them. It's doing something powerful for women's basketball. All the tension, the competition, the headlines, it's got people watching, people talking, and most importantly, people caring. This isn't just about one award anymore. It's about two phenomenal athletes raising the bar for everyone around them. When was the last time rookie players brought this kind of buzz to the WNBA? When was the last time women's basketball dominated social media like this? This rivalry is turning heads and creating fans. You've seen the records fall. You've felt the rivalry heat up. But what if this is more than just a moment? What if Caitlin Clark's win is actually reshaping the future of the WNBA? That's why some are calling her a transformative player. And not everyone agrees. Some WNBA legends are even pushing back. But zoom out for a second. This unanimous Rookie of the Year win isn't just about stats or rivalries. It's about momentum. Clark isn't just performing, she's shifting the landscape. She's bringing in new audiences, elevating the league's visibility, and redefining what's possible for women in the sport. That's why her impact goes far beyond the scoreboard, because Caitlin Clark isn't just making history. She's changing the game.
The WNBA's black superstars should thank their lucky stars. For the record ratings Caitlin Clark is detonating, even if new fans are mostly white fans. It doesn't matter what color eyeballs are.
But here's where things get complicated. Not everyone's celebrating the spotlight on Caitlin Clark. Some WNBA veterans and former legends are pushing back, saying she's getting too much hype, too fast. Hard to believe, right? The same attention that's energizing fans and drawing new eyes to the game is also stirring up tension within the league itself.
I tried to flaunt my white-on-white objectivity. I said Angel Reese is the Rookie of the Year halfway through the season. But the other day, I must admit, it hit me like Katie Bell Henderson telling me that's enough. I told myself it's not racist for me to like Caitlin Clark's game and to say so publicly. And I have no doubt some of the early resentment among black stars in the WNBA was caused from them reading their social media mentions, their comments, and deciding that Caitlin Clark had become the darling of the far right.
So, what's behind the pushback? For some, it's about fairness. They argue that other standout players aren't getting the recognition they deserve. Others are concerned that putting so much focus on one individual could take away from the team dynamic that defines the sport. It's a debate that's sparked conversations across the board, from fans and players to league officials.
No woman that I've seen has ever been able to jump shoot, wrist flick logo threes, Steph-like threes, like Caitlin Clark can.
No woman I've seen has been able to shoot deep threes, logo shots, step backs, flick of the wrist jumpers, quite like Caitlin Clark. But this conversation isn't just about her. It's also highlighting how the WNBA promotes its stars. Some voices are saying the league needs to do a better job showcasing all of its top talent, not just the latest breakout sensation. This situation is raising important questions. How can the league grow and attract new fans while still honoring its history and giving due respect to the players who've been building it for years? It's a balancing act between celebrating rising stars and making sure the foundation of the league doesn't get overlooked.
But I don't take disrespect lightly, and she disrespected Alexis and my girls. South Carolina, they still my SEC girls too. But y'all not gonna disrespect them either. So I wanted to pick her pocket, but I had a moment at the end of the game, and that was just I was in my bag. I was in my moment. Yeah.
But here's the thing: all this debate, all this attention, it might actually be exactly what the WNBA needs. It's got people talking about women's basketball in a way we haven't seen before. It's creating buzz, sparking conversation, and most importantly, drawing in new fans. Remember what one commentator said, Clark's Unanimous Rookie of the Year win isn't just rewriting the record books, it's reshaping the future of the game. And they're right. This isn't just about one player or one season. It's about unlocking the league's potential, expanding its reach, and lifting the WNBA to new heights. And here's what's really cool about it. Clark's win isn't just a personal victory. It's a reflection of how powerful competition can be. Throughout the season, Clark and Reese have pushed each other, and that drive has elevated them both. Clark didn't just succeed, she shattered records. But this rivalry? It's not just about who's better. It's about resilience, sportsmanship, and what it means to be truly great. These athletes are showing us that success isn't just measured in stats. It's about rising to the challenge, lifting each other up, and inspiring the next generation, both on and off the court.
I'm sure some of those black superstars read in their comments, "See what she's doing to the black people's game?" Now several WNBA stars, black and white, have criticized their commissioner for not properly condemning the Angel versus Caitlyn racial hate they've seen on their social media.
So next time you see Clark and Reese go head-to-head, keep this in mind. Sometimes your toughest rival becomes your greatest source of motivation. They're not just battling each other, they're pushing one another to reach new levels. And who knows? We might be witnessing the beginning of something truly groundbreaking in women's basketball. Just look at what Caitlin Clark is doing. She's running away with the WNBA assist lead, averaging 25% more than anyone else in the league. That's extraordinary for any player, let alone a rookie. And here's the surprise. While many knew she could score, what shocked people the most is her passing. Caitlin Clark has already proven to be a once-in-a-generation playmaker, something few saw coming, even after her standout career at Iowa.